Hello, hello, hello. I am just, how is everyone? Okay, gorgeous. Okay, it is Remembrance Day. Hi, I'm down here in the corner, here in Australia, the 11th of the 11th. I actually put 11th of the 11th of the 11th, of course. 11, 11, 11, 11th hour of the 11th minute of the 11th hour of the 11th day. So I think you guys call it Veterans Day in the US. Sorry for the delay. Yeah. So I thought I'd put the poppy up there for a little bit. So at 11, I'm going to keep an eye out, and at 11 we will stop for a moment's silence, and I'll bring the poppy up again. Yeah, that's quite eat up. So who's here? Kristen from Uncover the News. Hello. Grammy D, Michelle McBell. Hi, Melinda from False Teeth Real Tarot. How are you? Cartomancy. Hi. Yeah. So that is. I am. You are 3 hours ahead, so you would have already stopped for the pause, wouldn't you? In Victoria and New South Wales. Mm-hmm. So I can't find my book. You know how you have a skirmish and it just throws everything out the window? Hubby pissed me off. I'm blaming hubby. Love him dearly, but yeah, it pissed me off. Yeah, the judge just farted and then walked away. Hi, Michelle Peterson. You're going to be lurking. So yes, it is Remembrance Day here in Australia. Yeah. Very important day everywhere. Now, Trump had his case thrown out. He says he's going to appeal it, but in the meantime, it looks like that it doesn't look like she set any limits on what the what can be sent over and what the committee can look at in the meantime. So that's really interesting. Oh, wow. Mm. He lost his case. He said he's going to send it to the DC Court of Appeals. But I don't think, from what I understand, that those things still have to be sent over. So she hasn't put a stay on that, on those documents, until the appeal is heard. So that's no stay put on them. So they're over. So they have to be there by Friday. She hasn't put any stay or limits on them, from what I have read. Pence, Vice Pence, he's in a circle. Opening up. I know there was one guy who Eastman called and said, well, this is all your boss's fault. Sorry, I've got an itch. Sorry, guys. It's driving me nuts. Hang on. Oh, right there. There we go. Yeah. So we can look at that. Another 10 subpoenas, including Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh McEnany. Key UN document of reference limiting global. Yeah. Morrison is not a friend of the climate. Let's just put it that way. So I watched several news stories last night, MSNBC and stuff, and I've got a total blank on some of them. So it's like, that's what happens when you get agitated like 2 minutes before you due to start. Hi, Helena Harrison. First you get agitated, then you can't remember any of the things you wanted to cover. Oh dear. But it's really easy to go, it's all somebody else's fault, but I let myself get agitated and stuff like that. So yeah, so really, national security, just yeah. Oh yeah. Hi, Kim King. Stop sharing. Hang on. Got hang on. I just want to read the bipartisan group of former national security officials sign a letter calling for Congress to take action against the national security threat of election subversion. So the election subversion they're talking about, I would assume, would be Trump and his gang. I'll definitely read on Mike Pence's inner circle. What sort of thing could they reveal? revelations from them. Hi, Marie Sutton. Hi, Linda B. Illegal stonewalling is not going to work for Trump. Why? What will happen on the day that Trump empire falls? We'll just put the day of the fall. We'll call it that. What will happen? Okay. Oh, yeah. Stephen Miller. He's been subpoenaed. I'm just having a look at some of the comments. Uh, 13 reply. Okay, there's lots of vacancies for federal judges at every level. Will Biden fill some of them? This is one of the things that Trump spent a lot of time on. Yeah, the records. Yeah, what is in them? Fill them. Show more replies. Anyway, so we'll just go back. Hi, Sharon Sight. How are you? I think we'll make a bit of a start. Guide to the highest truth of compassion. Insight and objectivity in the questions I may pay. So, I hate it when I fell off. So, let's have a look at those National Archive documents are due on Friday. Trump said he's going to lodge an appeal, but from what I understand, there's nothing stopping the documents going over and the 1-6 committee looking at them. In the meantime, So let's have a look. What is in those documents that he is trying to hide? That is interesting. Let's have a look here. Ground myself. Energy. Okay. Let's have a look. What is in those documents? Page of Swords. There is definitely information that they are looking for. The Page of Swords, one of the aspects to the Page of Swords is that they are inquisitive and they go and they dig out the information. So there is definitely information in there that they are looking to back up, to find more evidence on stuff that they already know, but they're going to have more evidence of. Okay. Right. So the Page of Swords. Isn't that itch again? Okay. What else is there? New energy. We have the Ace of Wands. It is the first. It is an opportunity, and they're going to grab it, and they're due to be delivered on Friday. There'll be copies to everyone who needs them, within hours of that. And they're going to start like immediately reviewing them. They're not going to. Those guys are not going to be going home on the weekend, basically. Or if they are, they'll be taking that paperwork with them. They're going to be like there around the clock. Heightened threat across the country. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Poor Gotha. What on earth? Oh, there is definitely evidence in these documents that is going to crack things wide open. There is a big tower. This is a big tower for Trump. This is why he immediately put in the case to stop it, and he's like, he's freaking out. He's freaking out big time. This is a huge tower thing for him. The fact is, the documents are due to be there on Friday. That means she didn't put a pause on them until the appeal could be heard. And I haven't heard anything about they can be delivered but not reviewed until they're no. It's just they've got to be there. So this is a big tower moment. In fact, it could blow the lid off things. Oh, there is stuff in there that Trump really, really does not want people to see. He was so sure that this stuff would never come out. He was so sure of his understanding of executive privilege that he thought it was all up to him. He was the one who decided. But yeah, they're not going to let him run out the clock. But the fact of the matter is, he can have the appeal, but she's put, from what I can understand, there's no restrictions on what they can look at those things. But so he's feeling really insecure. There is stuff that will lead to prosecutions, if not of him, to people very close to him, with the King of Swords. So we've got the Four of Coins. There's stuff he wants close, and he's really, really insecure about it coming out. The King of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, the prosecutor and the judge. There's stuff in that could lay the way open for him to be prosecuted. Okay. The Knight of Swords. The stuff that's in these documents, it could speed up the process, the 1-6 committee process very quickly, because they do feel under some time constraints. Pay the devil his due. It's like it's a release. His repeated actions, his repeated ignoring of calls, repeated actions for the worse. Yeah, it's definitely going to strengthen the committee, add strength to the committee, and it's going to undermine Trump enormously. So for the committee, it's an upright feeling. Hi, Hermit's Corner. And for Trump, it's there. It's undermining weakness. So there's definitely stuff in there that he doesn't want coming out. Repeated failures to send in help when asked. He turned his back on people. People were begging him for his help, and he just, no, begging him to call these people off, and he wouldn't do it. You know? His daughter, he wouldn't do it. Very, very insecure. Documents, they could include tapes, even voice, or transcripts of tapes. I'm not sure. Thank you, Hermit's Corner. Will he be able to run out the clock in the courts? God, highest truth and compassion. No. And I feel like it's no, because of those documents are still being delivered. So they're still being delivered and they're still going to be able to review them. So an appeal could be 3 months away, but that's not going to help him. I just want to have a look at National Archives. Denies Trump's to stop the archives, right? So she's denied it. I'm just checking something here. Monday in yeah, he's asked that the records be blocked. She said no. But the federal judge ruled that she wouldn't let the ex-president get ahead of her then forthcoming decision. She released her full decision on Tuesday evening, allowing the US House, beginning on Friday, to access hundreds of pages of documents from Trump's presidency, leading up to and about the January 6th attack on the rejecting all of Trump's legal arguments. Her request and the judge's his request to an odd blip in historical case about power reform was an attempt to get ahead of Chutkan's he had a request in for an emergency injunction even before that. Called Trump's Monday filing premature. So he even filed on Monday for an emergency. 20 hours later, Trump said that most of it. Trump quickly indicated he would appeal. Now, she did it without prejudice, which means he could come back, return to her to ask for a court order blocking the House from the records as long as he is making legal challenges. Yeah, to ask, I don't think she'd do it. And the fact is that she hasn't done it yet. The former president argued in court on Monday, filing that as long as he is in court claiming he can assert executive privilege, the record should say secret. Blah, blah, blah. The archives already said it will turn over the records unless a court order prevents it. So she hasn't allowed that court order yet. So I don't think he's going to be, so thank you for your patience there. I don't think he's going to be allowed to run out the clock. Will Trump be able to run out the clock on this? I'm just getting a big no. She said, you're welcome to come back and try again, but that doesn't mean she's going to let it happen. So let's see. She's not going to put a stay on it while the legal, so she hasn't put a stay on things while he's in legal, while he's putting the cases on. So no, absolutely not. Here's Trump. Trying stuff that he used successfully before with the renewal, or trying again of a tactic, the little lizard. trying the same tactics he's used with success in the past, but it's a different government. It's a different system. No, he's not going to be allowed to abuse the system. And it's going to cause him all sorts of nightmares. So to your answer, no, he's not going to be allowed to run out the clock on this one. Hi, Marie Sutton. Share about New Yorker's Guardian reject expanding voting rights. GOP said money and Dems dropped the ball in a blue state. What's that about? About New Yorker's Guardian reject expanding voting. Don't know what that means. I'm a bit confused about that. Hi, Ron. Okay, what Trump ally is behind the deactivation of Pence's security cards? I was not aware that that had happened. Yes, Trump's not going to be able to run out the clock on these things. There's no way she's going to put in. So let's see. Hope you're all going well. What Trump ally? Well, here's the thing. Oh, it's going to be wow. This is a big thing. The Capitol is separate from the White House. We know that. Hi, J Cat Lady. Oh, yes, he was. The question Uncover the News is asking is, was Trump trying to get rid of other members of the presidential line of succession besides Pence on January 6th? Pelosi and Grassley were after. Yes, he was. He was. At least Pelosi. Definitely. I think he felt he could control Grassley, but Pelosi definitely. Yeah. But this question about was it a Trump ally? Well, big tower. This is a big eye-opening question. And the answer to this would be a real cracker, to put it mildly. The Knight of Swords. A protector. A defender. So we've got the Knight of Swords with the Tower, the Knight of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. Yes, do celebrate Armistice Day here. On the East Coast, it's already past 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock here, which will be in about an hour and 17 minutes, I will be bringing up an image of a poppy, and we will be having a moment's silence. So, yeah. Thank you. So a defender. To me, it has to be someone inside the Capitol Police. And that's indicated by or inside the administration of the Capitol, who has access to those, who does the cards and all that. There was an initiative on the ballot. Oh, the New York, the mayoral ballot. Okay. And they voted against expanding access to voting because the GOP spent a lot of money to convince New York's white that Dems failed. Okay. Very interesting. That initiative might come up again next year on the statewide voting rights. Don't stress too much. Yeah, that will come up again, and even if they don't expand it, New York is not going to fall Republican anytime soon. So, yeah. Yeah, I think it will go on the ballot for governor. Yeah. Okay. Definitely someone inside the Capitol, either in the administration, the security area, and who. You know, a member of Congress can't just go in and, a member of the House or the Senate can't just go in and hop on the computer and block someone's access. It has to be somebody within that. So it's definitely, I'm getting a defender here with the Knight of Swords and the Seven of Wands. And it's, when it comes out, it's going to really rock the Capitol Police. There's already a review underway, and I think it's going to come out in the review because they've already been rocked to their core. And it's, yeah, somebody who knew the processes. Oh, they were paid. They were paid to do it. Yes, this is the Nine of Cups, but it's also about a greedy merchant. They were paid to do it. It was all for money. They will be uncovered, and they will, yeah. Yeah, an insider, someone on the inside. They did it for money more than anything else. The Lovers, you see, they know people like this who plan these sorts of things and have these sorts of minds to set up something like this. They know how to find the people to target who are vulnerable. Yeah, so they made a deal. Whoever it was, they agreed to do it. This is agreement to undermine the government processes, and part of that was, so it's all about undermining the government processes. They will be judged. Yeah, it will come out with the 1/6 commission. This is the Two of Wands. In a lot of cases, they will have the globe. This is a crossroads one. This is a fork in the road one, decision or not. But still, I get that they're going to be able to get the whole a bigger picture of what happened there. I won't read on the Rittenhouse trial, Fern Robin Blank. It's just my policy not to read on a trial once it's underway. Not that I feel like they could, be that anything I say would have an influence on it. It's just my policy, that's all. Bit of a hangover too from working on the government contract and all that. I disclosed my channel and all that and was told that's fine as long as I did nothing to embarrass the government and all that. And even before then, my policy on trials that are underway. Yeah. Renee Rogers, hi. Hi, Crazy Cat Lady Farley. Poor Gosa. Oh my God. I'm so glad that it's one of those little app things where you can put your face and other people's faces on an animation. I know that that's probably what he used, but this was just, I'm glad I haven't seen it. I don't want to see it, and I'm glad that networks aren't playing it. Good. I think that Pence may be talking to them behind closed doors about, Oh, hi, Sherby. Thank you so much, my darling. How are you going today? I hope your day was good. So I want to have a look at this Paul Gosar thing. Yeah, better, but still upset. Yeah. Big hugs to you. Big hugs from James too. So Paul Gosar, his own sister's gotten up there and saying, look, this is, he's not fit to hold office. This is just beyond the pale. Most of his family has turned against him. He might have one sibling or something still supporting him, but yeah. Let's have a look at Paul Gosar. In the House, the magician. Is he, what are they going to do in the House? The magician. Well, the Republican Party stuff all. I know Pelosi's called for censure. So what is this magician all about? Will he be suspended, censored? Did you hear that they're threatening to anyone who voted for the infrastructure bill? They're threatening to take them off their committee assignments, etc., etc. Two of Wands. Strategy. Looking at the global picture. This is a time for decision. This is like a crossroads time for them. They have to decide whether they're going to continue allow people of this fractured character, not just talking about Gosar, I'm talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, Jim Jordan's, whether they're going to continue allow them to gain office. Ace of Wands. How many Republicans have come out and said this is so bloody wrong? You know, I've got the Ace of Wands, like, she's definitely referred it to the Ethics Committee. She said that. Hi, Mimi Rose. I'm getting, when I'm looking at the Ace of Wands here, I'm getting, I think they're going to put something forward on the House rules. Also in the head. I think he might be ordered psychological evaluation. With definite, I think she's already referred it to the DOJ, where anything will come of that. It should. Or the Secret Service would handle this, not the DOJ. That's the thing. I think it might already have been referred to the DOJ. Definitely a tower coming up out of this. It's like it's a breaking point. It's a breaking point. Eight of Wands. Quick action. So we've got the tower here. It's like it's a real breaking point, this poor Gosar thing. Quick action is required. We'll have the Sun. Is something good going to come out of this? So we've got, is the house going to do something? We've got a yes, meaning not. Got the sun, the hangman. I do feel that he might end up being suspended at least. Strength, undermined, strength, weakness. It's about time to show strength. I had a look at, the other day I looked at the inherent contempt rule, and I said, is it time? And it is. It is time. Will they do it? I'll have a quick look.
Hey, baby. I'm not back in the good books.
I tried to blame you, but as I had to acknowledge,
you love me too much.
No, I let myself get agitated. I let myself get agitated by.
All right. Oh, I should know.
By Norbert here.
Ah, yes. I just got up. Not those head spins.
Yeah. Again.
Oh, I've had it twice today.
Please address them this afternoon.
I can't wait to get rid of those pills.
Everyone says hello. Oh, thank you, Sherby. Sherby just said, I'm a great teacher of the tarot system. Thank you so much. This is an opportunity to show strength, the star, and to lead things in a new direction, in a better direction. So hopeful with the star. Oh, he is going to face judgment. Definitely he is going to face judgment. We've got judgment here. It's a real wake-up call. These people get threats every day, but to have it coming in such a dramatic manner from inside their own caucus, inside their own workplace, is just, yeah. Something will be done. I do think he's going to end up being indicted, arrested. Everyone's saying hello.
Oh, nice.
Oh, the SpaceX rocket is launching in a minute.
I'll work out this afternoon, Bub, so there's no noise.
Well, thank you.
No worries. See, I'm super considerate.
YouTube, hey?
Have you shared that lovely cafe we found?
Oh, I wish I'd taken a photo.
Oh, we'll go there again.
It's the most wonderful place and very relaxing. But no!
What? Oh, because of how long it took us to get there. Oh well, nothing, no plans perfect.
He taught me so wonderful. I went with him yesterday. He had an appointment down in Mount Morley, and he asked me to go. He said, I've always wanted to see what's in this little arcade, and we found this great little hole in the wall cafe called Boss Man.
Yeah, great.
And it's in Mount Morley in Perth.
about the show?
It was great. It was so relaxing.
So-
One of the best
so-
coffees I've had in ages. But, you know, that was fine.
That was good.
You know, we went down, we went to the appointment, and we
Sound like
thought
a
we would
specialist.
avoid, but getting back has helped because
Oh,
at the
God.
time we left, it was rush hour.
Chris,
So the freeway would have been absolute
Chris,
gaga.
getting
So
back-
we went down Beaufort Street, which is one of the busiest roads in
That was
Perth.
horrible.
At any time of the day,
Right.
even worse than.
Chris,
And then we had to get off it, and then we had to wind our way
but-
through things. And it
Chris.
took us almost an hour, over
Yeah,
an hour to get
but-
home for a 20-minute drive.
but
It's like,
getting down there on the freeway was an absolute horror story. It was a nightmare. But you were lying back with your eyes closed on the way down.
yeah, I know.
Oh, God, it's too exciting for me.
I said we can go there as long as we catch the train into Perth and a bus out to Mount Lawley, which would drop us off
Now
nearby.
I've got COVID, baby. The train's not such a thing.
Looks like a dong. Oh, the SpaceX rocket looks like a dong, does it? The same as the
Is that the one that,
Blue Horizon.
is that the one the toilet doesn't work in?
No, this is a new launch.
Okay.
Hang on, no, that's the wrong thing.
Which one's the one that the toilet doesn't work in?
Well, it's one of the SpaceX things, but this is a different
There's
one.
a SpaceX taking people from the International Space Station, and the toilet's not working in it.
I have no idea. I don't know if that's SpaceX.
Here we go. Yes, it is.
Live now, mission control.
Here you go. It's very
Falcon
hot.
9.
Very hot. Be careful, please. Love you too. Give me a kiss.
No.
Oh, you're gonna go back. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, let's get back to it. Oh,
Well, we've got the mission control thing happening there.
okay.
And what are they doing? It looks like a dong, does it?
Yeah. Oh, looks so promising. Okay, I'll stop serving you.
Dragon launches.
Oh,
So there's definitely stuff. I don't know that she's going to be president in 10 years. She could definitely look. Not 10 years, possibly older, possibly later than that. But also so it looks like a dong, does it? It can't look as bad as Blue Horizon did. I do think, yes, I do see her being Speaker of the House. Yes. I don't know if she wants to be president. I think she feels that she could possibly do more good as a speaker. She might actually end up in the Senate at one stage too. So, okay. Inherent contempt. Will they use it? Judgment. Yes. Death and rebirth. Well, that's interesting. Rebirth, bringing something back in. So, yes, definitely. This is the death and rebirth card. So it's not just about an ending, it's about a new beginning. So it could be a reintroduction of something. I think it is time that they do it. The world, again, to start, you know, it's time. It's time. I think they will use it. I think they need to use it. They need to scare the crap out of these people. I was just looking at the SpaceX crew and there on the screen, and oh, I've got chills. I don't think anything's going to happen, but just, yeah, possibly just being out there in the big, just chills. Hi, Linda. Oh, sweetheart. Everyone send healing and good energy to Linda's son. He's in the hospital having, yeah. Yeah, I will. We will. We'll send out a prayer. Please send out healing energy to Linda's son. White healing energy and yellow positive energy to help her son in his fight with his health and to help Linda. Now, inherent contempt. Yes, I do feel that it's going to be, it's time to bring it in. $1935 was the last time it was used. 10 of Wands. There's a burden that comes with using such a power. So the Fool. Yeah, again, it's time. It's time to bring it. Yeah, this is a critical time for the committee. They should use it, definitely. But, you know, they've got to be careful in the considerations of it. Will Paul Gosar go to jail over his church? Will he be charged? We've got the Fool. That's a yes. We've got, no, if we're going strictly yes, no, we've got the full balance with the death. No, but this is an ending for him. An ending. So, yeah, he's going to have to stand in defense of himself. The ending for him, assessment, yeah. 10 of Swords. It's a strong case for him. We've got suspension again. I do think he's going to end up in jail. 2 10s. Let's have a look at what 2 10s can indicate. A book. Yes, I just thought I'd poke my tongue out at people. New employment and good luck. What? Seriously? No. Sometimes I think this book is like, what? And this is an ending, a long dark night of the soul. We've got the Republican Party in here too. I think it's, yeah. I do feel that it constituted a threat. Yeah. Oh, Pence is in a circle. Let's have a look. I think that the committee might already have spoken to Mike Pence. At least they're in he did go and try and find a way, but I think he knew all along that it wasn't going to happen. But he was just doing it to sort of placate Trump. What's going on? Please do not tell me that my screen is going. Hi, Catherine Stubbs. Pence. Will Pence. I think he might agree to do closed-door testimony. Pence. He took his responsibilities very seriously, as he showed in the aftermath when Trump just disappeared. It was Pence who took the briefings, Pence that went and saw the National Guard, Pence that was at the inauguration. Make no mistake, he's turned his back on Trump, but he wants to keep things as low-key as possible. We've got the Hierophant with the cost keys of responsibility. We've got the Queen of Wands for, in this case, Congress. Instinctively, he knows that he's best off talking to this committee. Oh. The Surgeon General in Florida. I just got no, he's not going to be around for that long. I just got the word struck off. I go through my mind. I don't know what's going to happen there. Hi, Jean Nizolowski. How are you? So we've got the 8 of Cups walking away. Leaning on his staff. He has nothing left for Trump at all. I mean, the sense of betrayal he felt is still there. The end. This is he feels like he needs to move on. So we've got the death card there. He knows he needs to move on. So bringing some things to light, his responsibility to the process. He really does take his responsibilities and the oath he took seriously. Hi, Brock Sage. I'm just getting, God knows what would have happened if he hadn't have been there in the background running things. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Bronx Age. Hi, Tara S. So we've got the moon here, mechanisms and uncovering things. He's definitely, his lawyers are talking to the committee about him coming in and talking to them, but I think he's asking for closed door. Loss, regret, he's feeling a lot of regret, a lot of loss, but but this is on top of the walking away card and on top of the death card, time to move on. He's been hiding himself away and he knows it's time to pick up and move on. And I think he feels the best way he can do that is to tell about the efforts to unseat Biden, gathering his resources. He's taking a pause. I think Pence himself will go before the committee and he will answer their question. But don't expect it to be a public hearing. Okay. Pence, Trump checked out immediately after the election, like immediately. The next day he was gone. He wasn't doing anything of the job he had to do. Pence picked up and did all of that. But I do think he'll talk. Now he's in a circle. What are they going to say? Yeah, it just went through my mouth. The phrase went through my head that God knows what would have happened if Pence hadn't have been there to pick up the pieces. He knew he was targeted. Because he couldn't do what Trump wanted. Trump sent his minions after him. And couldn't and wouldn't. I don't think he would have even, if there was a way, I think he would have kept it to himself. But he didn't have to do that. Hi, Jude Gillard. I haven't heard from you for a while. Welcome back. It's lovely to see you. Yeah. And she didn't put in anything to say that the documents couldn't be sent over and examined while Trump was going through the legal process. So she didn't put any stay on that. So, yeah. Now, even that's not standing behind them. Yes, he's going to appeal it, but she didn't put anything in place to say that they couldn't look at them before, while he's undergoing the legal process. So even that, oh. I'll have a look at that next, but now I'm going to have a look at Trump's inner circle. What are they telling the 1-6? Not Trump. Pence is in a circle. What are they telling the 1-6 committee? Biden. The pressure they were put under. I'm just feeling pressure. The pressure they were put under to help this. Yeah. They're also going to be able to provide a wider picture, fill in some of the gaps. Cavallero, the efforts that were done to hold back the electoral process, to pause things. They've got a lot to say. They're really, really angry. Pause and suspend and to upend things. The pressure that was put on them to stop proceedings, to find a way to stop, not by Pence, but by Trump. I think Pence became increasingly isolated from Trump, from possibly near the start of December. Here it is again. More things coming out about the pressure that they got put on under to stop things from happening and getting Trump's wish. Here we go. Again, smothering, demanding. I'll do this to you if you don't do what I want. You'll have no protection from me if you don't do what I want. They're going to have a lot. Yeah, they're going to have a lot to say. They're pissed. They are pissed. Yeah. Yeah, she's denied him the injunction pending appeal. Yeah. So regardless of the appeal process, the things can't. Yeah. Now, Jean Mizalowski asks, a lot of readers are seeing something big, bad in the next 6 months. Massive negative world event. Global events. I think I'll use the Voyager Tarot for that. Trump honestly thought he had executive privilege in perpetuity. Could be a meteorite strike. I closed my eyes and I just saw a streak through the sky. Oh, Nims, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, please send out healing and positive energy to Bim's doggy who's suffering from a malignant tumour. Global event. Asteroid, meteorite. Nine of crystals, narrowness. And nine of crystals, crystals, of course, being swords, narrowness, anxiety. We've had narrow misses. Time and space, awakening, the judgment. No, I'm not talking about the apocalypse here. Hi, Eddie Smith. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear about your doggy. Please send prayers and healing energy to Eddie at the loss of her little doggy. Or their little doggy. I don't know if you're man or woman. So, yeah. Yeah, prayers for Milo as well. Time and space. Tower. Yet there's definitely going to be something. Definitely going to be an event. I do feel it's natural. I don't feel it's action by any country, although those tensions do not help the situation in the aftermath. Narrowness, anxiety. People's anxiety and you know how they narrow down into me, myself, and I is not going to help the situation. Well, when I closed my eyes and thought about it, I just see a streak in the sky, but it could be more than one. Could be, yeah. Ace of crystals, brilliance, streaking brilliance through the sky. Ace of swords. Unstoppable. Yeah, unstoppable. Strategies. I do feel like there's there might be a need to put strategies in place that they've had in place, to enact strategies that have been in place for a long time, and even maybe they might start reviewing strategies. Ace of Wands. Energy. Ace of Wands, energy. Upwelling of energy. I think it could be a combination of things. It could be a meteor strike. That's sort of where it lands, sort of destabilizes one of the plates, and causes a ripple effect. Ring of fire, possibly. Is it all doom and gloom? No. Is it all doom and gloom? No. Child of Worlds. It's going to be disruptive. The Child of Worlds is the page of Pentacles, and it can mean disruption. Temperance. But they're going to be up to balance things out. High GMR 5. So it's not going to be all doom and gloom. Yes, it's going to be disruptive. It's going to cause damage. But it's not going to bring everything. You know, there are going to be emergency plans enacted in some places. The Hermit. It might even cause some stay-at-home orders in some places. You know what happens in a lot of natural disaster emergencies and stuff like that. It's not going to be all doom and gloom. Will we come out of it okay? Actor, Man of Wands. Yes. If we're realistic and practical and put our best face forward, the actor putting their best face forward, and Man of Crystals, which is the King of Swords. Yeah, use discernment. Analytical is remain logical and calm. There may be a need in some areas for Defence Forces to be utilised to help. Yellowstone. This global, I don't know that if it's going to be Yellowstone. It's not to say something can't happen in Yellowstone. It might cause an event in Yellowstone, but not, you know, as one of those ripple-on effects. I think it's something that's going to happen and have a ripple effect over, but not all at once sort of thing, possibly over the next couple of years. We'll feel the, yeah. But doom and gloom, we've survived events like this before. We'll survive them again. You know, yeah. We've lived through ice ages. We've lived through massive meteor strikes, which have just absolutely laid flat thousands of hectares. We've lived through major earthquakes, fires raging through cities, dams breaking and horrific flooding. We've lived through all these sorts of things as a people, and we'll do this, and we'll do it with this one too. So, you know, it's a natural event. We can't do anything to stop it. And how we survive it and how it affects us is up to us. Okay? Yeah. Hi, Eve. What? It will shake a lot of people up. Okay? We've lived through COVID. We're living through COVID. Okay? So we have to, people often make a mistake that we are in command of the planet. Okay? We have dominion over the earth as a species. No, the earth has dominion over us. And I think it's going to clear its throat and rattle our cages. But we will come through it. And just a reminder of how little control we really have. But we will come through it. I think I can see planes not flying. So I definitely think there could be some volcanic stuff as well. So, yeah. No, not making fun of anything there. Just like oh, are you having volume issues, Catherine Stubbs? I hope not. My screen's doing something I don't like, but both screens are doing it, so I don't know whether it's an artifact of the picture I have up there or yeah, it is. The black bar is slightly transparent, and I could see this sort of brownish thing on it. And what it is because it's slightly transparent. It can pick up on like the dark greenish thing. So it's just picking up on the red of the poppy. I was thinking, oh my God, my system's not going to crash, is it? No. Oh, I've got an itch. Ouch, 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 ouch. Just excuse me for a minute. This is a really bad itch. I'm going to have to go and get some help with it. It's right in the center of my back, and it is a burning itch. Please excuse me for about 30 seconds, my darling. Help! Help, help, help! Help! Honey! Come to my rescue! Come to my rescue! No. Right in the center of my back, and it's so bad. It is like painful bad. You know, one of those itches that are so bad it stops your thought processes in your track. I had that. And what did hubby say when I went, help, help, I need your help. I need you to rescue me. He went, send me an email. Yeah, I had a bad, James to the rescue. I had the evil itches. It was so bad. It was burning like that burning like dozens of needles pushing shallowly into your skin. Oh, it was bad. Send me an email. Okay. So, Kaylee McEnany, what's she going to face for? And Uncover the News, I have got the day of the fall written down. I have got the day of the fall written down. What's going to happen on the day that Trump falls? Kaylee McEnany. Oh, yeah, but a back scratcher isn't the same as a human back scratcher full of love, or someone who can grow nails, unlike me, who can really scratch the bugger out of an itch. Why? I am a horrible nail biter. Hubby, Curly McEnany. Yes, he is going to fall. So let's have a look at Curly McEnany. You do have door frames. They can help. Someone should invent something that you can have that nice scratchy surface that you can wrap around a door frame or something, and or attach. And then if you are on your own and you don't have a superhero hubby like I do, you can go up to it and go scratch, and it gets that place. That place right at just below your angel wings. Those bones that sort of stick out like this in your back. I call them angel wings. I can't remember the name. But not down low enough where you can get them. Yeah. Curly McEnany. Knight of Pentacles. She's going to try and slow things up. Yeah, she's going to be trying to play the games, but they're going to react with strength. The scapula, yeah. They're going to put an end to it very quickly. Is she going to be the first one to have inherent contempt? 3 of Cups. Yeah, she's definitely going to try and get out of it. She's definitely, yeah. But they're going to move swiftly. They're going to move swiftly on her. Oh, yep. New journey. When are they due to testify? When is she due? 9 of Wands, because she's going to be up against the rocks. She's going to be up against it with the 9 of Wands. She's got secrets. I know she wasn't speaker at the time or anything, but she knows stuff. They want to know why she continued to do what she did and everything. Yeah. Will they use inherent contempt on her? The Magicians. Yeah. This is a tool in their arsenal that hasn't been used in years, but it's about time they used it. I do think they're going to start. He's going to file a motion with the court in DC to get an emergency state. They're not going to give it to him. They are not going to give it to him. Yeah. They might even decide not to hear the appeal. I think they can do that. Do the appeals court have to listen to it? Do they have to hear it? Or can they deny the motion? Can they say no? We're not going to give you that. I think they'll deny the motion. Stephen Miller. Oh. Okay. I never read on that man without liking some Palo Santo. Never. Yeah. I don't think they'll hear it. I really don't think. I just get, no, they're going to say no. Extra layer of protection. Universal spirit.
Oh dear.
He's just pure evil, that man. Stephen Miller. He really is. He's just pure evil.
Oh, come on, I'm not that bad.
I wasn't talking about you.
I'm going to watch the
You're more Dr. Evil than pure evil.
Chris?
Oh, God!
My Dr. Evil impersonation. Can I have the mug, please? Come on, give me the mug. You want a coffee?
Can you please use a fresh mug? Because I've still got some here. I'm going to need it after that. Oh, my God. You do that again, I'm going to make sure you're on camera and everyone can see.
Shits and giggles.
Oh, my God.
Oh, God, I can't wait to get rid of these Kelby bucks. So,
Stephen Miller, I'm talking about. No, he wasn't flashing me. It was worse.
No, I wasn't flashing him. No.
It was worse. Think back to The Spy Who Shagged Me.
People might not be familiar with that movie.
Oh, yeah. No. Dr. Evil and Frau, whatever her face is.
Oh. Frau, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Most disturbing.
Yeah, you're getting lots of internet hubbies.
Yeah.
High internet hubbies.
I remember a senior.
Inquiring minds want to know. No, you don't. Honestly, you don't.
I remember a senior student actually did that to me. That was very disturbing.
Yeah, well, imagine what.
Very, very disturbing.
Especially if it was a guy.
Yeah, but he was absolutely off his head on drugs.
Oh, well, yeah.
Harmless, but still very.
You don't have that excuse. You're not absolutely off your head on drugs. You're only half off your head on drugs. So.
I don't know. Every time I get up, I feel like I'm on an acid trip. Head's swimming. Everything.
He's not on a acid trip. Okay, he's been suffering from dizzy spells.
He says it's postural hypertension yesterday, and to slowly get rid of the tablets, which.
Well, you have to talk to your doctor about that.
Afternoon, yeah.
Okay.
Now I'll get rid of them.
Stephen Miller.
No, never do drugs.
8 of Cups. He's. Walk away. 8 of Cups. Abandonment. The Empress. I'm sorry, I cannot talk about this person on this day. The card came up with the Empress, and it's got the poppies on it, and she's wearing the poppy red dress. I will look at him on Sunday. I cannot, on this day, read on such a vile person. I'm just like, yeah. So we've got 5 minutes until 11 o'clock. I can't do it. I can't read on that vile man on this day. Super hubby, you've got a new name, Super hubby.
Oh, that's lovely.
Or superhero hubby, and his magical coffee filling powers.
Yeah, coffee hurts. Oh, coffee works. Sorry. But I think you have too much. But
yeah, I think I've had too much too, and that's why I said, I think I'll have water today, and then he upset me. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Talking.
Yeah.
Latest consultation with the latest specialist.
Mm.
More concerned with covering their own ass than doing the right thing.
Okay, babe, you're on a public forum.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yep, I was just speaking too freely. Oh, dear. Yeah.
Oh, stop that. Is that flickering?
Oh,
Stop flickering, yeah.
I won't say you need a new computer because they just can't go get one.
Please stop flickering. Is that flickering? Yeah. Hopefully it'll. Okay. Now it's stopped. Yeah. Okay. Back in 2018, I said that Michael Cohen would be getting out of prison in time to see confinement ends in 11 days. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Oh, wow. Have they flowered? So, Bubby, in 2 minutes, you're going to have a moment's silence, okay? Yeah. No. So, after that, we'll have a look at the day of the fall. Was it gorgeous? Was it glorious? So we're going to commence 1 minute silence. Now. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so that's the 1 minute silence. Thank you very much. Yeah. Yeah. There's a gorgeous song about the fields of Flanders. Got to take my pill. I'm just going to have a quick snack. Okay, because I forgot to take my my diabetic pill. So I've got a diabetic snack here, and I'll take that, have that very quickly, and then we can get stuff back into it. Okay, so I can take my pill. I don't want to leave it too late. Now, I have a cousin who's still serving. His father served as well. Both James and my brother were in the Army Reserves. Both our grandfathers were in the Army. Both of my grandfathers, and also his grandfathers. His paternal grandfather was an Anzac. His father was the youngest of 16 children. So he was born quite late in his grandfather's life. But he was an Anzac, a new chum. That means he wasn't amongst the first, but he came over with the new troops, and he fought in Gallipoli, the Somme. He got injured several times. I think after the Somme, he was sent to Switzerland and then sent home. So, I had an uncle who was in Vietnam. He was in the Navy. Yeah, in the Australian Navy. Thank you to your son, to Alex, for his service, not just for his own country, in joining in defending other countries and fighting alongside people from other countries as well. There's a lot of people who are lost in action and all that, but there's also a side that should be remembered as well. People who serve is that a friend of mine, her husband was in the military, stationed at Laverack Barracks in Townsville, and one of her friends, her husband was in New Zealand on assignment with his boss, who was a higher ranking army person. And he was over in New Zealand on assignment for several weeks. They were discussing, I think, setting up some training exercises or something, and he was hit by a car and severely injured. And because he wasn't in combat, he didn't get his wife and his family didn't get as much support, which was a bit of a shame. So that's something that I hope is being worked on. So just remember, just everyone deserves the support, whether they end up in a combat zone or not. You know, I'm proud of everyone who serves, but they can get injured just in an accident just as easily. He was on duty, but she said they didn't get a lot of support because he wasn't injured in combat, and it's like, but he was still on duty, and yeah, interesting. So for me, it's all service members. Should you call your evil dad tomorrow? If you call him evil dad for a good reason, mm. Oh. Mm-hmm. Anyway. Yeah. And remember, a lot of these people, they may have been injured or whatever, and they still support their former colleagues in a big way. Look, the actor Adam Driver was in the Marines. He was out on a weekend on a trip. He got injured in a bicycle accident, believe it or not, pretty severe one. It stuffed up his leg. He couldn't serve anymore. He still to this day is a very big supporter of the Marines and the veterans, and yeah, and he said it was a wrench. It was a wrench when he was told he could no longer serve because he had been injured. It was a wrench to him that, and he wasn't even in for that long. He was only in for a few months, but the bond that they form is so quick, and he still keeps in contact with these people. And yeah, and to them, yeah. So however long or short, combat or no, every one of them should be remembered and thanked. So yeah, because they stood up to do it. Anyway, enough of my yeah, let's move on. So Cash Peters, he was in the army too, wasn't he? Wasn't he in the British Army? Mm. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. I'm going to ask a question. Will there be improvement for veterans of all military? Will there be improvement in services for veterans, whether they were in combat or not, regardless of the amount of time they were in? Will there be improvement in the support given to, like, this lady I was telling you about? Her husband was over there for 3 months on this assignment before he got hit by the car. And my friend's husband, he was over there with him. And she said the whole time, yes, she knew he wasn't in a dangerous zone, but he wasn't there with her. She couldn't see him every day. She feared that he could be put in a position of being hurt just in his everyday normal activities. And she said, no, there wasn't a lot of support. They had to form their own little support group of wives of those deployed to non-combat areas, because the wives of those deployed to combat areas, they got more support. But people who were deployed to non-combat areas didn't get a lot of as much support. So, yeah. Good. I am so glad to hear that, Joji. And how are you, my darling? So will there be an improvement for support of not just military veterans, whether they served in combat or not, no matter, regardless of how long they were there? First, we'll start with them, and then we'll start with their families. So the VA, let's have a look at the VA. Will the VA undergo much needed changes? Turn this upside down. Oh, we've got the world 21. Yeah, the VA and it's associated, and it's affiliated things around the world, and such associations around the world. This has got to be global. Yes, I think there is going to be a need to start looking at joining them. Page of Cups. New ideas are desperately needed. With the Page of Cups, the Cups is about ideas, and not just ideas that come from the hip pocket, ideas that come from the heart. There's going to be a call for them. 3 of Wands. These people, from whatever country, they served, and they deserve the rewards of true lifelong support and service towards them. There's going to be, I think, a lot of these organizations are going to be undergoing a shift. The heartbreak of statistics like that with the post 9/11 veterans, 30,000 committing suicide. And this is not even for the military. It's like the police, the Capitol Police, the first responders. as well. It's going to be an uphill battle. It is going to be an uphill battle. But in the end, there will be changes. There will be changes for the better. As is the laudits that they deserve for their service. Of course, there's always going to be some countries where these people are viewed as second-class citizens. You should not view the members of your defence force in any country as second-class citizens. It shouldn't happen. But unfortunately, in a lot of cases, that's exactly what does happen. What about supports for families deployed and people deployed to combat zones and to non-combat zones? What about support for their families while they're away? Is there going to be a change in that? King of Wands, they have to be approached with more compassion. The Lovers, there needs to be talks and commitments from these. The VA also treats families as well, do they? There needs to be more commitment to looking after them. Yes, they too deserve. They do too deserve to have their contribution recognised. We have Legacy over here. Fantastic organisation. I don't know if it's in America. My grandma's a big wig on Legacy, so every year I get a Legacy badge. Legacy, after my grandfather was killed when I was a baby, they stepped in and they helped out. She had Dad, Auntie Nerida, Uncle Robert, Uncle John, Uncle Alan. 5 children. Well, Dad was grown by now, but the others were still in high school and stuff. So they helped in with the 4 children. And I think Auntie Nerida might have been, so with at least 3 of her children to help. So what they should be. First responders who died from 9/11 diseases were not given line of duty death status usually. Well, they should be. Let's have a look and see if that changes. Page of Swords. There's still some areas where they're not. There's going to be disappointment. Okay. Kenosha. He voted out in the 2026 or leave sooner. The judge, is he the guy overseeing the Rittenhouse trial? Page of Wands. Initiative. There's going to be a lot of initiatives coming from them themselves as well. Yeah. And review. So there will be some review, but a lot of the initiatives, and there's the Hierophant as well, thinking outside of the box things and stuff, are going to come from the families themselves. Will those first responders who have died of diseases from the 9/11, will they be acknowledged? Will their deaths be acknowledged with line of duty death? It's 20 years. Might take a while. Six of Swords. There's a movement towards it. There's definitely movement towards it. It's still going to be a bit of a struggle. Death and rebirth. Page of Wands. There's going to be voices speaking up about this. Chariot. Increased momentum. More increased momentum. Justice. Yes, I think they will eventually, yes. But it's still a ways away. But it will happen. And their families will get the benefits associated with it. It's disgusting it hasn't happened already. Yeah. Normally I don't. I'll read on the judge, not on the trial, but I'll read on his future. Judge Bruce Schroeder. What is his future? There's definitely Hi, Clarence. There's a change coming for him. The wheel. Can he be removed from a case? Home. Nine of Swords. Consequences of your actions. I think he's starting to feel something. I think he's getting some messages. Seven of Pentacles, review. The Moon, hidden things coming to light. On top of the Nine of Swords, he's got the Ten of Swords. Long dark night of the soul, an ending. And not a good ending. So we've got, on top of the Wheel of Fortune, we've got the Seven of Pentacles, review. On top of the Four of Wands, we have the Moon. Hidden motives, hidden agendas, hidden murkiness. On top of the Nine of Swords, we've got the Ten of Swords. Thank you, Renee. King of Pentacles. Some of the things that have come out in this trial have caused some people to go, we should go back and review some of the others that he's been involved in. Never a good thing. If a judge's cases will come up for a review, That means a lot of people who were sent down rightly could be released, but also a lot of people who were sent down wrongly could be released. It's like it's this. His view of justice is based on not how the law sees it, but how he would like something to come out. So it's quite unconscious. He lets those private views influence him. The Star, new direction. Six of Cups, past, coming back to him. I think this man is I don't think he's going to make it to re-election. I think there's going to be a big shake-up with this man. And he's allowed things to come to the fore, because this is a big case. This is probably the biggest case he's tried. And he's been grandstanding because of it. And his grandstanding has brought things out. And it's causing powers that be in that to review things. Will he be taken off the case? Will he be removed from the case? That would be a huge mistrial declared or something. Isolation? Will a mistrial be declared? Ooh, it's coming to a point. Crossroads. Normally I don't read on a case, you know that. Let go, healing. My notes. I've been going through so much with my notes and all that my mind's been swamped with things, with preparing the lessons. His future, regardless, is not that good. I do think this case could end his career. I think there could be a mistrial. Yeah. Hi, Shelby Lisa. Hi, MK Karen. Wow. I am reading about Judge Schroeder, is it? The guy on, not about the case itself, but even so there could be a mistrial declared or something, but something about the way he's been handling this case has caused people to start reviewing his cases. So, yeah. What else can we have a read on, guys? You want to do something a little bit lighthearted? Yeah, he's trialing the. Yeah, he's got put the victims on trial. Mm. He could be gone by the end of the year. Some gossip. Who's got some gossip? Let's have a little read of some gossip. Entertainment. The Trump children. Hi, Sean Muller. It's lovely to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Let's see. Gerard Butler was a lawyer. I did not know that. I knew that Rebel Wilson's a lawyer. She still acts for some people occasionally. Oh, will Henry Cavill become the next James Bond? Let's have a look at that. Will Henry Cavill be the next James Bond? I like that they got around the fact that James Bond is, his description in the books is pretty set. Will Bill better get to the House? Will they vote on it next week? Oh, that came out upside down. Yes, yes. I've done it again, but no, Three of Pentacles. They're going to try and disrupt it, but it will get voted on. I think there's going to be a bit of anxiety around it. Ahead of Cups, they'll move on because they know they need to move. There could be a bit of a pause. Yeah, they might not get to it next week, but I don't see it being too much longer. I don't know when they go on their break, so. So will Henry Cavill be the next James Bond? I mean, they introduced that 00. She's a 007 as well. But she's not James Bond, of course. So interesting to see that movie. So will Henry Cavill be the next James Bond? 15th of the 11th. Okay. Gosling versus Reynolds. Which Ryan is supreme? I'll take both of them. Thank you. Brian Williams is leaving in MSNBC. Okay. Will Henry Cavill be the next James Bond? Four of Engines. Messenger of Leviathans. That is the page. So Four of Engines is the Four of Wands. Messenger of Leviathans is the Page of Pentacles. The office there. The opportunities there. Two of Engines. Decision. Two of Wands, that is. The Lady of Airships. That is the... I feel like that's the producers. I feel like that lady, Queen of Swords. No, I've got airships convinced with He has people on his side, definitely. Emperor, reigning supreme. 3 of engines, the results of good tactics. I think he could get it. I think he could get it. I think he's the front runner at least. But I don't be surprised if he is the next James Bond. I'd love to see what's his face? The guy who plays Loki, Tom Hiddleston. I'd love to see him as Bond. So let's have a look. Will Tom Hiddleston be the next James Bond? Let's have a look at that. He fits the physical description as well. 9 of engines. Definitely building up he's talking to people. That's the 9 of wands. 4 of submersibles. 4 of cups. Maybe not happy with the negotiations. Captain of Leviathans. He's not shy asking about what he wants. So he's very firm, and he's very he's practical too. But he knows his own worth. 9 of airships again. 9 of swords, anxiety. Horologer. The powers that be. Solarium of the sun. I think technomancer. That is the engineer. Strength. You know, I think that I think Henry Cavill is still at the front of the pack at the moment, but Tom Hiddleston, I think, is working hard behind the scenes, and I think he could end up the inventor, the hermit, back into. Cavill, Spring Hill Jack. That's dead. That's no. Hiddleston, 3 of airships. Heartbreak. Neither of them. I think there's going to be somebody else who comes in, like out of nowhere, and knocks both of them off from it. I wonder who that could be. Wow. I wonder who that can be. Tom Hiddleston's proven his spy chops with the night manager and all that. Yeah. Oh, I don't generally read on missing children, but you said there's something not right with the family story. What is off with the family story? I won't read on the little girl herself, but I will read on the family story. Generally, I don't look at missing children, okay? So, what is off with the family story? Someone's lying. That's what I got. Someone's lying. Someone lying. Triumphed. The Chariot. Momentum. Somebody thinks that they've gotten away with something. Apprentice. Yeah, someone's definitely lying. 7 of submersibles. They're gaslighting. So we've got the Chariot, the Fool, and the 7 of Cups. So somebody is definitely lying in that family. Does it have to do with summer? They're definitely keeping a secret. Somebody is keeping a big secret. 2 of submersibles. Maybe they supplied an alibi for something. They agreed to do something for somebody and they're keeping it secret. Time machine, the 10. But it will come out. It will come out. The full story will come out eventually, okay? Somebody is lying in that family that agreed to keep something to themselves about somebody else. It could be a member of the family, but I don't think it could be that it is. And it will come out eventually. That's all I'm really prepared to say, okay? Yeah. Melinda, are you okay? What's going on, sweetheart? Not the first person to go missing from the family. Yeah. Deep breath, deep breath. Take a deep breath, Melinda. Yeah. So let's have a look at, I'll be going in a few minutes, so let's have one last look at the day Trump goes down, the day of the fall. Hi, Linda Thompson. How are you? Welcome. And as usual, too, if you want any lessons from me for tarot, email me. I'll put up my email for you guys. For the new people, you can email me at, if you want a reading, you can email me at footprinttarot. Yes, empath, yeah. Let's have a look at the day Trump falls. The day Trump falls. Yes, Melinda, just what we'll do is we'll take a deep breath. Sending blue calming thoughts to Melinda. Green heartfelt thoughts. Okay. Hi, Mims. Yes. Thank you, Shelby Lisa. Oh, thank you. That's lovely. Thank you very much for that. The day Trump falls. What do we know about that day? He will go into hiding. The inventor here is the Hermit. Good. Excellent. That is good news. The day Trump falls. What can you tell us about the day Trump falls? He will try to go into hiding. Ace of Engines, the Ace of Wands, the energy. He's not going to be able to stop this process. As with the Ace of Swords, it's going to be unstoppable, this energy. Babe, the Ace of Airships. Unstoppable energy. The truth's going to come out and he won't be able to stop it. And it's going to be explosive. Regeneration. A lot of people are going to wake up. Okay, this isn't people waking up to Trump. This is people waking up to the news. Going to go down early, and it's going to be on the morning news. It's going to go down overnight, and it's going to be on the morning. A lot of people are going to be waking up to this news. Three of Engines, of consequences of his actions. The energy, the Three of Engines, the consequences of his actions, the results of his actions, the results of his efforts to stop the investigations. Of course, the Wands are also about investigation. Four of Engines, there's lots of Wands here. The truth. It's going to be in people's homes. This, the truth, up above the clouds, the full picture. All the crap is going to be cut through. Lady of Engines, Queen of Wands. Wow. I'm getting an attorney general, a female attorney general. She could be acting. Hi, Flora. Merrick Garland might not be able to be there for some reason. He could be ill or have to take some time out for personal matters, something like that. But an acting attorney general. Five of Leviathans, Five of Coins. He's going to be out in the cold. It's going to be really, really quick. People are going to turn their backs on him. Of course, there's always, thank you, Flora. There's always going to be that aspect of people who won't. But Captain of Submersibles. Oh, yeah. Okay. Biden's going to have to stand up and speak because this reverberations is big. People are going to want to hear on Biden. Navigator of Engines, Knight of Wands. It's like everything that they've been gathering together, they're letting loose at once. Lady of Queen of Cups, Lady of Submersibles, the lid coming off. It's like it's all going to just swamp down all that day. It's going to be announcement after announcement after announcement after announcement. 10 of Submersibles. Okay, this is the Republican Party. What are they going to do? 6 of submersibles. Oh, shit. Their actions are going to come back and bite them in the butt. Messenger of submersibles. Surprising news. New inspiration. It's going to really inspire some of those people who have been pushed out. Some of those people whose lives have been threatened, and it felt like Kinzinger and stuff like that, who have felt like and being pushed out and forced out or just given up on the party, should come back and step back up, I think. Messenger of vengeance. Loud voices. Whistleblowers. Staff members. Yeah, they're going to try and slow down the progress. They're going to try and... It's like everything's going to come to a stop within the Republican Party that day too. Interesting. When? So this was the day of the 4th. It's just going to be like a unstoppable flow of lava that just burns up anything that tries to stop stuff coming out, you know. You're looking at the full moon, are you, Judgy? But when is this news? When? Oh, well, you know that Tarot's not good with time. Let's have a look at some Kipper cards. I do feel like the progress is going to pick up soon. But when? See if Kipper can give us some time. There he is. There he is. When is his downfall? Child. Birth of a new year? A birth of a new year? Poverty. Distant horizons. Mature man. Faith. There's no time there, but it's definitely going to be privileged lady. Gift. I think it's going to Christmas, New Year, courthouse. Thoughts. Gifts. A child. Birth of a new year. The new year, Christmas with the gifts. Family room. Okay. Despair. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot of despair going to be happening in and around this family, and they're going to try and distance themselves from the family room. 24 days to 24 weeks. 24 weeks is what? 6 months? Or 26 weeks is 6 weeks. Sometime within the next 6 months. Toil and labour. When is Labor Day for you guys? Community celebrations. I don't think it's as late as Labor Day. Centered around a holiday. Adjudication. We've got the courts and adjudication again. Definitely. I do think indictments are going to be handed down. Bad health. Ooh. Trump's going to play the health card. Might even be true. The journey. 10 weeks. I think sometime within the next 6 months, narrowing it down to maybe somewhere between Christmas and the start of spring. So what, March? The start of March? Very interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens there. Guys, I will be back. If I'm going to wrap it up, okay? I need to go take a comfort break and all that. So I'm going to wrap it up today. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for support. As always, it's very much appreciated. If you want a reading, you can email me. I use PayPal. There is a charge. And if you want some lessons, I have a 6-lesson course. And you can email me for more information about that. Okay, stay strong, stay loving, stay healthy, and stay happy. Love you all. Thank you.